way they played and hung in there. It's just great credit to them.
That sequence on the second to last drive when you were backed up 1st and 20, it was run, and then the pass to Kenny. What could have been done better in that sequence there?
Which one?
Second to last drive after the onside kick. When you're backed up, it was 1st and 20, then 2nd and 18, then 3rd and 20 again.
Yeah, I don't think we executed it well enough. The situation as is, so I have to watch the film and kind of assess it after doing that.
As far as finding a rhythm, you didn't have the ball a lot. I mean, tough to do to find a rhythm when you're not on the field as much.
Yeah, that's the name of the game, and you look at kind of, some of the games that we've lost, especially in the past, where they ran the ball really well, and then they kind of kept the ball out of our hands too. And so it's very important for us to take advantage of all of our opportunities, and we just didn't do that.
Nick said his message to the team was to stick together. As one of the team leaders, just kind of how do you do that here with 1 week to go in the regular season?
Yeah, focusing on the things you can control. Focusing on the things you can control. Purely that. Putting your focus on you doing your job. Challenging yourself. Committing yourself to bring the best out of yourself. And leaving it at that. Trusting in that process of that.
When you're not getting the ball as much, do you feel like there's more urgency to do more when you do get the football?
No, I just think there's the urgency and mentality, and that mentality as is, regardless of what else is going on. You definitely want to take advantage of every opportunity. And, these games go a ton of different ways, a ton of different times, but we get all 11 in all 3 phases, executing at a high level, and doing that, good things should happen.
They had control time of possession in this game. Whenever you get in the second half,
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Whenever they had time of possession in the game, it limits your possessions in the second half. How do you regroup as things are winding down? What was the conversations that were leading up to the field for those moments?
It just comes down to executing and taking advantage of the opportunities.
Jalen, last week you converted that tough 3rd and 20 to AJ. When you get the play call, the screen to Kenny, is there any type of conversation, or is your mind just on executing the play?
Yeah, it's about making it happen. It's my job is to execute that and do that.
Would you like to be more aggressive in that situation?
I like to do whatever works. I think, again, it's result based. We live and die on whatever we go out there and do. That particular opportunity, it didn't get us what we wanted in the end, but it's tough to be in that situation. You get the holding call. I don't remember the sequence, but you get the holding call, and you kind of go backwards and then get enough yardage in those first 2 downs to put ourselves in a good situation. So, they give us the ball inside the 50. We just have to handle and execute and manage that situation a lot better.
Jalen, you guys have typically been a team that does a great job of finishing games and closing. What do you think has been missing here the last few weeks to not do that?
Well, I don't think we've done that all year. I think a lot of the games we've lost have been because of the lack of finishing in those situations. And so it's another learning opportunity for us. And, we still have everything in front of us to do what we want to do. Still got to clean things up. And there's still a sense of urgency to do that, and in the end, it's about us having our hands on deck to do so.
In those moments on the field, you guys have been through a lot of them in the second half. Do you sense something before a play or where the confidence level is and then understand it after that? Do you find a trend in there?
No, it's just a matter of executing. That's my job. That's why I put my energy towards, and it's just making it work.
Was there anything we presented defensively that you think was unique to them because of Gannon's background here?
Yeah, absolutely. He sat there in those meetings with us. He's been in those meetings. He's heard, kind of what we're thinking in certain situations, and we practice against him every day for the last 2 years. So, they played a great game. They showed great effort, and they made the plays when they need to make them.
First half versus second half, Jalen, you finished drives in the first half. That was kind of the difference. They weren't able to in the second half kind of turn the 180. Is that just the negative plays putting you behind?
This is lack of execution. Like you can credit that to whatever you want, but I think regardless, the motive is just to execute. When you do that at a high level, you're supposed to win. You should win. If you don't do that, if you're not winning, then maybe you're not executing at a high enough level. And so it's just a moment of reflection, a moment of reflection and knowing we still have everything in front of us to learn from everything that's going on as a team and put the right energy towards it and towards the things that we can control and being the best team we can be. So, it's something we got to grow from.